All right, one other thing we did at practice is I kind of tightened up the our X play against zone. It's really the way it's supposed to be run, but I wanted to um, introduce it in a much easier way. For those of you that are familiar with the play, you might understand what I've done here. And for those of you who were there at practice, obviously you see what we've done because we went over it. Instead of keeping our shooter, our one, I should say, out over here on the wing and starting him sprinting around this way, what we started is putting him all the way in the opposite corner. It's actually it's pretty frequent that when they line up in a 2-3, which is what we run this play against, that they might just completely ignore this guy. Because when they run a 2-3 and they see all these three guys stacked over here, they'll always be yelling, watch middle, watch middle, watch middle. And the first option really could just be just fire it right over here. Just and you'll see when you're lining up, it's a very easy pass actually, and it's very difficult for them to catch up with unless they're really denying it right from the beginning, which they probably shouldn't if there are three guys here. It's just an easy bounce pass. You bounce the ball right about here, and my one guy is, or three, whoever the shooter is that's over there, is just got to be ready to shoot from the minute the ball is given to the inbounder. He's got to be ready. He's got to have his foot right behind the 3-point line. And that's your first option is right over there. Now, if that doesn't happen, then the normal action takes place. 5 pops out, 2 comes this way, 4 comes down, and the 1 continues to sprint around to finish the play. So, I mean, there's nothing new except that we're starting the shooter off in this corner and making this kind of the first look. You know, if that's not open, which it isn't sometimes, then 5 pops out, 1 takes off, and again the same action as before. Use both those screens and come on out. And that was it with the X play.